researchers and cosmologists were gotten daydreaming by one of the most widely reported extraterrestrial experiences in present-day history. When Oumuamua made its startling appearance, it broke all predispositions. Some recognized it as an outsider shuttle, and its short visit to our nearby planet group in October 2017 has since left researchers perplexed. As of late, Joe Rogan, host of the famous Joe Rogan Experience webcast, shed new light on Oumuamua, uncovering that it may not be what we at first believed. What's mysteries does this baffling interstellar guest hold? Also, what could its presence mean for humankind? Stay tuned to uncover reality. Oumuamua, the strange article that graced Earth with its presence in 2017, keeps on interesting researchers and touch-off conversations. Shockingly new bits of knowledge about this tricky interstellar peculiarity are as yet arising when ABY Heave, a famous Israeli-American hypothetical physicist, showed up on the Joe Rogan Experience web recording. He alarmed the world with a nitty-gritty clarification of why Oumuamua is without a doubt of that's what extraterrestrial, beginning recommending persuasive powers are stifling research regarding this situation. Now Joe Rogan has re-emerged with seriously alarming disclosures cautioning that Oumuamua isn't what we at first accepted. However, before we dive into Rogan's disclosures, we should investigate the earth-shattering revelation of Oumuamua. Logical revelations frequently look like exciting experiences, continually resisting our assumptions. Such was the case on October 19, 2017, when the all-encompassing overview telescope and quick respond framework caught an impression of a secretive guest navigating our planetary group. The Container Stars 1 telescope, subsidized by NASA's Close to Earth Object Perceptions program and worked by the College of Hawaii, flaunts the world's biggest cosmic camera, empowering it to steadily check the skies for divine articles displaying development or changes in splendor, including likely space rock and comet dangers to Earth. Little did cosmologists had any idea about that this cautiousness would prompt the disclosure of an interstellar secret named Oumuamua. For a really long time, cosmologists had hypothesized about the presence of interstellar articles like Oumuamua, yet it was only after this particular guest shown up that their speculations gain substantial proof. Thomas Zirin, an partner chairman for NASA's Science Mission Directorate, appropriately commented in November 2017, "For a really long time, we've estimated that such interstellar objects are out there, and presently for the first time we have direct proof they exist." Oumuamua separated itself from realized space objects with its amazing speed, going at around 25,000 m or 40,000 kilometers per hour, dominating other divine bodies inside our planetary group. Anyway, the most fascinating part of Oumuamua's process was at this point to be uncovered. On September 9, 2017, Oumuamua executed a effective slingshot move around the Sun, leaping at a surprising velocity of 196,000 miles per hour to place it into viewpoint. That is identical to around 285,000 feet or 873 km/s. Such awesome speed raised various inquiries and left little room for uncertainty, as it had been noticed firsthand the underlying locating of Oumuamua. Oumuamua incited space organizations overall to scramble for their telescopes, meaning to investigate this baffling article's circle splendor and variety. Even the ESO's exceptionally huge telescope in Chile joined the adaptive examination as scientists dove into the characteristics of Oumuamua. In the interim, space experts at the SEI Foundation started tuning in for any likely radio transmissions from the object. However, for what reason is this interstellar guest called Oumuamua? It unquestionably didn't show up in our planetary group with its name strikingly recorded upon its surface. Rather, the stargazers who found presented the name Oumuamua determined. From Hawaiian starting points meaning guest. From a remote place this name conveys the huge distance this baffling item has navigated at this point the item's appearance. Likewise enraptured space experts' consideration. Close perceptions uncovered Oumuamua's prolonged rough stogie molded structure, enhanced with a ruddy tint. Besides fastidious estimations, unveil that Oumuamua was extended about a4 of a mile or 4 kilometers long, a stunning 400 m or 6,437 kilometers. Incredibly extended, its length was multiple times more prominent than its width. This surprising appearance distinctly appeared differently in relation to the overwhelmingly round space objects pervasive inside our planetary group. It shaped only one section of Oumuamua's remarkable arrangement of attributes, further covering its personality in secret. What other unmistakable characteristics did Oumuamua have? From its presentation, Oumuamua introduced itself as a rough item, crossing the immeasurability of interstellar space, a reality that quickly caught the consideration of space experts anyway. What really provoked their interest were the curious highlights displayed by this interstellar guest. Since its revelation, Oumuamua has surprised researchers with its exceptional elements, beginning with its inconceivable speed. When it zipped past the sun, it arrived at speeds once thought just conceivable in sci-fi, dazzling space experts and fans. The same, yet Oumuamua's speed isn't the, as it were, astounding thing about its movement. Upon closer examination, researchers took note. Something confounding. Oumuamua showed up, unaffected by the sun's gravitational pull, showing what appeared as non-gravitational speed increase. It easily changed its way while passing the sun, apparently challenging gravity. Envision researchers anxiously looking as Oumuamua zoomed past the sun, anticipating that it should follow the standard thing gravitational way. Shockingly, it veered somewhat off base, advancing rapidly at a similar time. This startling change must be brought about by an outer force, leaving the inquiry what could cause such a charming impact. Past its uncommon developments, Oumuamua stuck out for its unmistakable shape and size, spreading over approximately 800 to 80 yards in length and standing 260 foot tall. It was a remarkable sight, yet that is not all. Oumuamua likewise showed a secretive example of brilliance. Its iridescence would vacillate decisively like clockwork, in showing that it was tumbling and turning as it went through space. This capacity to pivot without falling separated proposes it's made of more grounded material than common comets, maybe not the delicate snow we frequently partner with them. In addition, its dim red tone fascinated researchers. This tint is seen in a few moons in our planetary group's external arrives, at which probably have natural ice harmed by space radiation. However, Karen Meach of the Establishment for Space Science in Hawaii proposes another thought: the variety could emerge out of iron presence. This multitude of entrancing perspectives joined to frame the interesting woven artwork of Oumuamua. As Joe Rogan proposes, its particular qualities could offer significant bits of knowledge into life in other star frameworks. However, before we dig into why Rogan thinks Oumuamua is unique in relation to our presumptions, how about we investigate its starting point? Where did Oumuamua come from? This divine guest keeps on confounding researchers with its interstellar nature. Affirmed, however, its starting point staying a secret at first. Specialists thought it could hail from by means of the splendid star in the Lyra star grouping known to have garbage circles. Assuming this is the case, its excursion to our planetary group would have taken an shocking 600,000 years anyway. Later discoveries have tested this thought, diverting consideration regarding other conceivable outcomes. The choices are immense, with some recommending Oumuamua may have gone through our cosmic system for billions of years ignoring 20,000 star frameworks. Regardless of this extensive excursion, it may be experiencing another star framework, interestingly deciding by its speed past our sun like adjoining star. To open our Oumuamua mysteries, researchers had carefully followed its direction before it entered our nearby planet group, expecting to uncover hints about its starting point. Corin Baylor-Jones from the Maximum Board Foundation for Stargazing took on the overwhelming undertaking of contrasting AMU's way with the past places of around 7 million stars, utilizing information from the Gaia shuttle, which carefully followed these stars. Jones reproduced their circles, looking for convergences, or on the other hand likenesses with AMU's direction. This thorough examination yielded for promising up-and-comers, each showing ways intently looking like AMU's rewound track. Among these up-and-comers, one is accepted to be AMU's home, however, deciding its starting point conclusively stays a complicated test. Curiously, during his stargazing endeavor, Baylor-Jones saw that AMU's course lined up with a locale between 1 to 2 at Cloud Roddy, or 100,000 to 200,000 galactic units. The experience speeds between Oumuamua and every potential beginning applicant were surprisingly high, going from 6 to 16 miles per hour, giving researchers a bewildering puzzle. A few specialists propose AMU may be a planetesimal, a structure block removed during the beginning phases of a planet's development. Anyway, accomplishing such high discharge speeds exclusively through experiences with bigger planets is exceptionally impossible. However, not actually unimaginable. Another probability is that AMU started from a twofold star framework, which could represent its significant speed. Anyway, none of the four doubtlessly contender for AMU's starting point are double stars, adding further intricacy to the riddle. The journey for AMU's genuine beginning go on with the expectation that future arrivals of Gaia information will shed all the more light on this vast puzzler. Extra information from Gaia will empower space experts to refine their quest for the divine Voyager's origination, giving further experiences into the movements of adjoining stars and possibly prompting more decisive results. Currently, how about we dig into the nature of Oumuamua? Regardless of its starting point, the question remains: what occasions impelled AMU through space away from its home? Researchers have proposed a few potential outcomes to make sense of its quick venture. One speculation recommends AMUA come about because of a crash between two cosmological bodies. Another proposes a cosmic explosion blast might have caused it to break free, making it the first guest from a remote place in our planetary group. Some view AMU as a harbinger of destruction, like meandering space rocks with the potential to slam into Earth in the future. However, there's more going on behind the scenes. Cosmologists like Garrett Levine from Yale College propose a charming thought: AMU could be made out of ice, pieces removed from far-off planets, rough plates presently entering our sun-oriented framework as interstellar flotsam and jetsam. Despite the fact that this thought appears to be sensible, there's a inconsistency between cosmologists' forecasts and the genuine qualities of interstellar flotsam and jetsam, making it challenging to absolutely characterize Oumuamua. Anyway, as the story unfurls, the journey to decide the valid nature of Oumuamua as an entomb st object go on, with considerably seriously shocking theories enamoring our creative mind. Perceptions drove by Karen J. Meach divulged a critical detail: AMU shown no gas emanation, including the common CN gas discharged by comets when they discharge water. Comets containing more than adequate water apparently remove it due to sunlight-based warming. Anyway, AMU's absence of such qualities excuses its characterization as a comet. Another prominent contrast is ALU AMU's curiously high reflectivity comp, contrasted with run-of-the-mill comets bragging. Around 10% reflectivity contrasted with the normal 4% demonstrating an unmistakable warm arrangement, thinking about how conceivable it is of Oumuamua being a space rocket's lengthened shape and non-gravitational speed increase among other exceptional ways of behaving put it aside from conventional circular space rocks along these lines. Classifying Oumuamua as a space rock would be exceptionally strange. Now the nervy idea of Oumuamua being of extraterrestrial beginning, builds up momentum advocated by trying astron like Avobi from Harvard, even the head of the Pentagon's UFO office, engages this thought, examining the presence of an extraterrestrial mothership inside our nearby planet group. Theory emerges that these creatures dispatch tiny exploratory tests to explore heavenly bodies, carefully similar to dandelion seeds. Ongoing reports line up with this hypothesis, proposing Alua as an extraterrestrial space apparatus created by a high-level civilization fit for conquering such challenges. Anyway, cynics go against this thought, referring to the difficulty of interstellar travel due to tremendous distances and the shortfall of perceivable radio transmissions from Oumuamua. Yet some consider the absence of signs a purposeful demonstration by potential extraterrestrial neighbors to remain disguised regardless of Oumuamua's vanishing from our noticeable skyline. Ground-based telescopes continue in following its direction, guaranteeing proceeded with logical examination. Joe Rogan, moving back from conventional science, guesses on Oumuamaua's importance, considering whether it very well may be a grandiose message encouraging further investigation. This thought difficulties how we might interpret the universe and prompts reflection on our status to interpret such potential messages and their suggestions for our future. Rogan recommends Oumuamua could indeed even be a test to assess our mechanical and logical advancement, featuring how space investigation drives advancement and cooperation on Earth. It's entrancing how Oumuamua was appearance in our planetary group prodded not simply researchers and government associations, yet additionally very rich people to put resources into in space research. The academic local area's quick reaction exhibited our cooperative capacities, information sharing abilities, and asset pooling, featuring the significant illustrations we can learn for future experiences with interstellar guests. Joe Rogan raised a captivating inquiry concerning Oumuamua. If it was deliberately sent our direction, can we break any encoded messages or signals implanted inside its construction or conduct? And assuming this is the case, how might we answer? Rogan's viewpoint on global joint effort accentuates that space investigation trans borders, making it a worldwide undertaking that requests ability